Hi, guys. Welcome to the Pretty Little Book Nerds podcast. I am one of your hosts, Genevieve,
I'm Danielle.
and we are talking today about The Ministry of Time by Kaliane Bradley. I'm looking at you.
Oh yeah, because I usually describe what it's about. So, what's the main character's name?
They never say the main character's name, I don't think.
I think they do in the beginning, and it's like twice they say it. I
I
think
know.
it starts with an M.
Well, anytime I searched it up online, it was always like, oh, a main character with no name.
Oh really?
Yeah, so, well, because they tell us, oh, well,
Oh,
that,
she's from Cambodia.
yeah. I don't want to give too much away. There's a big reveal
Are
in
we revealing it?
Should we? I mean, we kind of always give stuff away, don't we? Or
Yeah, because it's a review. So,
it's true. So if you haven't read it, you're gonna hear things that you won't understand. Um,
um, so, anyways, the main character, she's called a bridge, and what she does is um, she gets assigned to a person that they go back in time and get, and then bring to the future. So they did this with like five people or something. So she gets assigned to Graham Gore, a Victorian polar explorer. His ship got stuck in the ice and like the whole crew died. So they went back to get him and they live, I think all the people live at
sorry, our cat's eating plastic.
uh
I'm leaving that in.
some group like some neighborhood place. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um and so she thinks she's like doing a good job. What they have to do is get these people to
Basically, it gets them it gets them used to everyday life in a modern world.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh my God.
I'm here to help.
So obviously they're like, what happened during this? And like one guy gets hooked on researching on the computer too. So like she mentions the Holocaust and he just goes down like a rabbit hole. Um, and like some parts are funny where
Yeah.
they're, I think they really get into like the food and stuff.
Oh yeah,
I
that's a
have a
fun
tab. Oh, somebody watches like Sesame Street. I don't know why I tabbed that.
part. Um,
So
there's
what?
also, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so she, the main character, runs into somebody and she's not really sure who he is, but she kind of warns, or he warns her about something. So she goes back to her like employers, and they're watching out for this guy. But it turns out that they're from the future. I don't know if I should say that. And is warning her. So, um, also she ends up falling in love with Gore, and he loves her too. Um,
And that's what I was going to talk about a little bit because to me at least, I know later on they talk about, them, staying together and kind of growing old together and stuff. But to me, it felt less like legitimate romantic attraction that you normally see, and it felt a little more like a trauma bonding relationship. Um,
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time it seems like Gore was really sweet to her um too. And
well,
oh
yeah.
yeah, the book goes back and forth between like not much, but it does have a back and forth element where it is back in like the 1800s or whenever his ship set out and got stuck. Um yeah. I
Um,
don't know why I'm like not prepared for this.
no, you're good. Um, I do like the kind of like, and you don't know until closer to the end that this is what's going on, but I do like that every chapter starts with that little look back into Gore's life before he was brought into this government project. Um, and kind of explains like it leads up to where he was when he was grabbed for the project and like what was going on. We kind of already know that they've kind of basically said like, oh, like we just made it look like you died kind of thing. We know that pretty early on, I believe. But
Yeah, because they have to explain
yeah,
to them like how they got there and what's going on. Um,
but
and he goes through a lot of like mm, what would you say?
survivor's guilt.
Like, no, um, like he constantly thinks back on what he could have done differently to like save his crew from just freezing to death and dying
Yeah,
um
that's why I said
after
like
the ship.
survivor's guilt, like because he is kind of the only one to make it out of that situation. He tends to look back on
Oh, you
and kind
said guilt. I thought you said skill. I was like, what?
of, um yeah, he looks back on it in kind of a way of like why did I survive and they didn't survive kind of thing.
But I mean, like the first, like he didn't survive. He only survived because they went back in time. That's the thing about like these time travel books is like in one of the time, like the very first timeline, he did die.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but that's how they knew. And that's kind of what they do with all of the people that they bring in for this project. They kind of look at them in history and see like when they died, and so then they know that's the time right before they die basically to go and grab them and bring them to the present so that they know or so that it doesn't look suspicious to that person's like normal timeline.
yeah. Also going back, I feel like I should have typed this up, but they so they've lived together for like months already. I think it was supposed to be like a whole year of
Yeah.
being together. And after, I forgot what they called that guy who like keeps coming and like her employers know that he's from the future.
Oh, you're talking about Brigadier?
Yeah, yeah. They know he's from the future, so they're like trying to capture him. And oh my God. He I do you know why like the I keep saying her employers, but that what's her name? Adele or something?
Adela.
Yeah. Um, like they killed their own people. They killed like the other woman that was brought back and her bridge.
Are you talking about like at the end?
Yeah, like towards the end.
I understood it differently. I didn't think it was the government that was doing that. I thought it was the brigadier and what was her name, like Selena or something?
Selena was the mole,
Okay. I can't remember because he
but
the brigadier had somebody with him that was also from the future, and I thought it was the two of them that went in to the house and killed the other one of the other bridges and expats.
ugh, I don't know. Did you think like the ending was kind of confusing?
I think it was supposed to be because I think it's showing that like history can change depending on what or not history, but like things can change if they're done over and over again. Um, because like the big reveal being that Adela is the future version of our main character. Um, and how she was like, "Oh, in my story of this, I told Gore about a different historical event that wasn't the Holocaust. Um, but you told him about the Holocaust, and still he somehow, in both ways, ended up um, going to do the government training to start working for the government again. Um, and she said something, I can't remember it exact, but she said something about how like little things like that can change how the story goes for that version of her. Because like the Adela in the book has had a very different storyline play out for her, but this version of her, the present day one that we're following as the main character, is going to probably have a different outcome because of how her story played out.
Yeah, like the original Adela doesn't meet back up with Gore. And there's, I forgot, I think he writes her a letter or she writes him a letter and, oh, because they escape Gore and
Mhm.
Maggie,
It
maybe?
starts with an M, but
Yeah, they write her a letter or something. So,
yeah, they send her like a
um,
photo of them in like Alaska.
yeah, there's a hint of them, the main character, meeting back up with them. I don't know. I gave it 3 stars because I'm like, some of it's kind of confusing, even though I think the book's good. Like, I think it's worth the read, but
I gave it 4 stars, and I mean, we've already talked about the fact that like I'm a little generous with my star giving. But I really appreciated the ending, and like a lot of people talk about the last line. Like I'm going to use the reviews so that I can say it correctly. But ow, 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 ow. Sorry, my cat's digging into my leg. Yeah, the last part of the book. Forgiveness, which takes you back to the person you were and lets you reset them. Hope, which exists in a future in which you are new. Forgiveness and hope are miracles. They let you change your life. They are time travel. And I loved that ending because I think if we had had some ending that was too like definite and too like this is what happened and everything was okay and blah blah blah. I don't think it would have fit the book well enough. I think having something that kind of says like, oh, there's multiple different ways that this can play out depending on, whose story it is, basically. Um, I think ending it that way fit the book really well. because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if there's going to be a similar outcome for our main character as there was for Adela, or what's going to happen the next time that this experiment, goes on. You don't know what's going to happen. And so I think ending it where you're not necessarily sure what's next for the characters, I think is a really nice way to end it.
I do too, but this whole paragraph, I'm like,
What
I
paragraph?
don't know. What? The last paragraph, like,
Oh, see, I loved that.
I, it's like forgiveness and hope are miracles. I'm like, you're trying to do too much. I don't know.
I don't know. I also grew up on like British sci-fi stuff. Like I grew up with like Doctor Who and Red Dwarf. So like to me, this book, I kind of just had to go into the same mindset that I would go into with like those shows of just like there are gonna be there are gonna be things that don't wrap up perfectly or make perfect
Well,
sense.
I'm not talking about like it should wrap up perfectly, but I'm like, I think the way it's worded is like it like they're trying to make it more than what it is. Or I don't know, like more than I can't really explain it.
But I think
Like
that
if they worded it differently, it would come across as like more intelligent than what is actually written there.
I guess, but I don't know. It
I
like
don't know. I'm on a Reddit page and there's like a lot of people that read too. I'm like,
this book has some very mixed reviews.
yeah, I don't know if we've come across like a book like this yet where it's like either people love it or they're like 2 to 3 stars, like eh.
Yeah. And like I don't want to be one of those people that's like, "Oh, well, if you didn't like it, that's just because you didn't get it." And I don't want to say what I'm thinking and make it sound that way. But I think it's the difference between American science fiction and British science fiction, really. Because nope, hi. Because American science fiction is very matter of fact, and time travel Americanized like time travel stories are very similar in that way too, where it's like, oh, there's the butterfly effect. So as soon as you do something that changes everything else, and then that's the way it is this time around, and like everything has to be perfect and done so gently and all this stuff. But British science fiction is a little bit more whimsical, I guess is the best way I would word it. And so to me, this, like I said, it felt very British. Um, and I think going once I realized it was written that way too, and I went into it with that mindset, it made it a little bit more understandable to me to go
It's
in.
not even like the time travel part of it though. I was just talking about like the actual last paragraph.
I don't know.
Like
I really liked the last paragraph. That honestly, that last paragraph I loved so much. It helped kind of bump the score up for me.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I'm glad you liked it. I'm not trying to like argue or
no,
anything.
no, no, no. I just don't know what to say. I'm like, uh, also a cat has decided to just sit directly on my lap, so
I don't have a cat.
I do. And it's a cat who like it's Josh's cat. So I don't know why she wants me. Why do you want me? She's a mess. But I don't know.
Would you read this again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would. And I think I even told my dad, I was like, I think you should read it. Um, because I genuinely think like I told Josh even that I think he would like it.
I think you probably would too,
You hear that, hun?
Hmm.
but he's like, I don't like reading.
He bought
Um,
this is completely off topic, but God, this was like almost a year ago, I want to say. We were at a Barnes and Noble or some bookstore together, and I tried to talk him into buying a book that so like he could read with me while I'm reading. And he picked a book, and it has sat in the same spot untouched since he bought it. It just sits right over there. Can just stare at it.
Read some of it.
You read some of it?
Mm.
what book is it?
Strange Houses, I think is what it's called.
Hmm.
Oh, he's gonna go grab it. This is what we do, babe. We go off topic all the time. It's a Japanese mystery.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's a very popular book from what I've seen. People really like it. So, I don't know. But yeah. Oh, I could read because I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better and write my Goodreads reviews when I finish a book. Because I was doing that for a while and then I don't know. I kind of lost momentum, I guess. So
I
I could
did too.
read my review. I said, this book was the best intro into 2026 I could have hoped for. While it often focuses on the mundane areas of life, it shows them being experienced by those who aren't used to the way the modern world works. We often forget the awesomeness that surrounds us with technology, as well as the intensity that surrounds us involving big world events, but this book handles both of those things in a loving and heartfelt way. It makes you second guess the impact you are leaving on the world and the future of society, no matter how big or small that impact is. I will be recommending this book for a long time to come.
I did like that about it. Like,
Yeah. What? Sorry, she's being very
that
judgmental.
was good. And like just all the questions that the people would ask.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, I feel like there was some kind of candy or something that was mentioned that they were like, what is this thing? Um,
I have absolutely no idea.
I I don't know either. I wish I would have like tabbed it.
I know normally you're the tabby
I
person.
know. Oh, okay. So this is one of the tabs though. Um, like no one's making you watch Midsummer Murders. I don't know, some show.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then somebody else says, or deformed monstrosities against the will of God. And so the
That them talking about Sesame Street.
main character is like, what? Yeah.
Sesame
Um,
Street is objectively weird, but most cartoons are, or puppet shows are. Babe, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
let me like check my third tab.
Why do you want me?
Oh, it's really sweet. I just remembered something like about how they're like slowly falling in love too. She teaches him how to ride a bike,
Oh, yeah.
and so they go on bike rides.
Josh and I need to learn how to ride bikes. We still haven't done that.
He doesn't know how to ride a bike. Oh wait, yeah. I think I remember this.
Yep.
So what all are you reading now?
I am only reading one book right now. I was trying to read, I got this advanced reader copy of Betty Carollo's new book. She's using the pen name BC Dolce, I think, and it's called My Italian Vampire. I DNF'd it.
Oh,
I couldn't do it.
tell me about that.
Yeah, I could not do it. It was just
Too
yeah,
out there.
it, not even that. It was just really boring, which sucks because I love like her book was in my top 10 list last year, one of her books. So, um, yeah, so that was a bit sad. But I started a book club, and so I'm reading that book right now, which we're reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sengu Mandana.
That sounds good.
It's fun. I'm enjoying the audiobook more than the physical book, which I never say that. So, but I don't know, maybe I'm on a British book kick right now after Ministry of Time, because this is also British. And that's part of why I'm enjoying it. The lady that does the narration on it, her voice is very soothing. So, yeah, but we're coming up to see you next weekend. And so that'll be a good car ride to get some some of that book through.
Some listening.
I'm listening, yeah. What about you? What are you reading?
I'm reading Nightshade by Alex Astor. It's the
Oh, okay.
second book of
Light Lark?
huh?
Is it Light Lark series?
Yeah, yeah, that. Um and then I just started The Handmaid's Tale
Oh, are you reading it with
yesterday.
your kiddo?
Yeah, they're already on page like over 100. So I'm like, oh crap.
I'm intrigued to hear what he thinks when we come visit. I'm going to
He
talk.
thinks it's kind of confusing.
Fair.
Oh, okay. So
Absolutely fair.
I have it on the Kindle. So I'm reading that. And then yeah, I just finished Dear Henry Love Edith. So I think I'm gonna try to only focus on these two instead of like adding a third one in.
Fair.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, should we announce our thing?
one thing.
We were waiting until this episode to talk about Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want
So
to do
we
it
have
or?
so we have a special week leading up to Valentine's Day where every day we're gonna post, is it
Mhm.
post? An episode where we've interviewed an author, a romance author.
Yeah. Um, so I still don't know yet if it's going to be starting on that Sunday or Monday, um, of the week of Valentine's Day. Um, but so far we have authors like Alicia Thompson, we have Becca Kinzer, we have Tessa Bickers, we have Holly
Holly
Krasinski,
Gramazio,
um, and Leah
Leah
Riley,
Riley, yes, that's
um,
a good one.
to talk about some hockey romance with us. Um, so it's
Well,
very,
it's not really hockey romance.
it's
It's
called
nothing to do
the
with
Regal,
hockey.
it's called the Regals Hockey Series. Okay, I stand by it. It's a hockey book. It's as close as I'm going to get to a hockey book.
You
Uh,
were supposed to read.
I know I'm going to read it. I'm going to read Game Changers. Um,
Okay. Hope
but
don't lose that one because that's
I won't. It's in it's in guest room right where you left it, so I wouldn't forget it. Oh my God. But that's actually going to be one of my February books. So,
oh really?
yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I'm trying to bring back my reading challenges, my monthly reading challenges. So, we'll see how
I
that.
need to do something like that because I don't know what I'm gonna start next.
Well,
Um,
for those that like the bookstore in St. Louis called the Novel Neighbor actually has their own reading challenge for 2026 on their Instagram. It's done through Storygraph, the app Storygraph. Um, and I've been following that, and that's been quite fun. So there you
did
go.
that. Also, Tropes and Trifles in Minneapolis is having it's only for 3 months. You can turn in your card like April 1st through the 12th or something, but you have to do it in person. So I'm like, I kind of want to go up there and stay with Brittany. But it's like reading bingo or
Oh,
something.
nice.
Yeah. I need to get on their website to like actually print it out.
Yeah, Novel Neighbor will do reading. They do a reading bingo in the summer. And that's usually quite fun because then they give away advanced reader copies to the people who turn theirs fully
Mhm.
finished. So,
Yeah. I need to go find the novel neighbor one. But okay. Oh my gosh.
save your cat. She's, she's sitting
She's
at
too far.
attention.
What a perch.
Just let her, well, her butt's in my face, babe.
Mm.
Like actually in my face. Okay, go. Okay, well, we've had a fun episode today of talking science fiction and watching my cat be an idiot. So I think we're gonna sign off here, but do keep a lookout for all things Pretty Little Book Nerds Valentine's Extravaganza. I'll be posting that full schedule of when all those interviews come out. I'll be posting this goes out on the 24th. I will be posting it on the 26th. So keep an eye for that. I'll be posting the schedule on the 26th. So exciting. Cool stuff.
Do I just seem like very unenthused today?
You do.
I think I just have like too much going on, and I've had a lot of coffee this morning too, so I don't know if I'm crashing or what.
Oh, okay, well,
All right, like and subscribe.
yes, and we will see you next time for an author interview. Bye.
Bye.